This show is designed to give general information related to investing and finance. Neither Aaron Katzman, his guests, nor the radio station are rendering legal, tax, or specific investment advice. If you need such advice, contact a licensed advisor.
And welcome to the Aaron Katzman Show. I'm your host, Aaron Katzman. We're here to speak to you about your life, your money, and your investments. As always, we're coming to you from the spiritual and soon-to-be financial capital of the world, Jerusalem, Israel. Yes, we've got a great show in store for you today. If you think something's off with my voice, because I've got like this amazing voice, well, there might be something. I'm a little bit under the weather, but have no fear. I'm conquering sickness for you, the listeners. I will do whatever it takes to provide the best financial podcast, the best financial content that is known to mankind. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to email me at Aaron, A-A-R-O-N, at Lighthouse with an L, lighthousecapital.co.il. That's Aaron at lighthousecapital.co.il, or you can check me out on the web at www.aaronkatzman.com. That's www.aaronkatsman, aaronkatzman.com, aaronkatzman.com. So, the ABCs of finance. That's what we're going to speak about. The ABCs of finance. What steps you need to take to start making it financially. Now, as many of you know, maybe some of you don't know, I don't like people who whine. I don't like people who complain. There's another word out there, but I'm not going to use it. I don't like people who complain about how hard it is money-wise, how hard it is to make it financially. You know what? Everything is hard, and it's always been hard. You know, we had a celebration earlier in the week, and a family celebration, and the kids even made dinner. And I'm here to talk about it. Maybe that's why I'm sick. My kids made dinner. That's like a newsflash. Kids helping. The kids got off the couch. They put down their whatevers. They looked up, and they actually worked together, teamwork, to create a meal. I know, it's like, my gosh, Messiah is on his way. The end of the world. And then we were sitting around, we were actually talking. It's like amazing what happens when you get off the couch and you put down your electronic devices. So my oldest daughter asked me if I had any meetings that day that sort of got under my skin. I got angry. It's so funny because they even know what to ask. So I didn't have any meetings that got me angry. But I get angry. I recently met with a couple that was considering making Aliyah. They were considering immigrating to Israel. And I encourage all of you listening outside of Israel to, in fact, come to Israel. It's a hell of a place to live. Come, help build the country, help build the land of Israel. So this couple asked if I thought they could make it here financially. And I answered that, I believe, right, if you live intelligently regarding your money, you can make it here like you can make it anywhere. Conversely, if you live for today and today only, and you sort of neglect the future and you're financially irresponsible, you can have a salary of like $300,000 a year, and guess what? You're going to be in debt. You're not going to be financially stable. You're listening to the Aaron Katzman Show. I'm your host, Aaron Katzman, and we're here to speak to you about your life, your money, and your investments. If you've got any questions or comments, email me at Aaron, A-A-R-O-N, at Lighthouse with an L, lighthousecapital.co.il. That's Aaron at lighthousecapital.co.il. Or you can check me out on the web at www.aaronkatzman.com. That's www.aaronkatzman.com, aaronkatzman.com, aaronkatzman.com. We're speaking about the ABCs of money, right? What simple starting steps you need to take to start getting on the path to financial security, to start making it, right? Win the money game. So oftentimes I'm actually asked, right, how I define financial success. It's pretty simple, right? For me, the definition is living within your means, which means having more income than expenses and having the confidence that when you make a purchase, you know darn well that you have the money to pay for it. You don't whip out plastic and say, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll take 12 payments because you don't have any money. No, that's not financial success. Financial success is that you allocated money for a specific purchase. Or if it's a surprise purchase, right? You pulled money out of an emergency fund or whatever in order to fund the purchase. You know exactly where your money is going. You're in control of your money as opposed to your money being in control of you. So do you want to win financially? Again, here are the ABCs that will get you on the path to financial victory, to financial success, to financial independence, however it is you want to define it. Okay, we're going to start with the plastic, right? The plastic ain't your friend. If you don't have money, ladies and gentlemen, don't buy stuff, right? I know that sounds like grandma's money advice, but you know, it worked for grandma. That's because in modern culture, if you don't have money, hey, there's always Visa and MasterCard. They do. They'd be happy to lend you money at like 20% a year. Wow, they are so nice. You know, they're basically in the business of loan sharking. Right? Hell, I'll give you money, but you're going to pay 15 or 20% for it. Well, thank you so much, Visa. But I get points. You know, that's great. I get points. I use the card so much, I pay 20% interest. But you know, I can buy a pot. Wow, that's a hell of a deal. Thanks so much, Visa. Thanks so much, MasterCard. You're really doing me a favor. So what happens? Individuals start buying things on credit with payment plans, even though they know darn well they don't have the money needed for the purchase. Right? I don't know anybody's ever gotten rich from borrowing money for consumer needs. Who gets rich? Visa and MasterCard. They're doing really, really well. They can't make money. They're printing money. Right? The joke's on you, not on them. They're like wow. They're like, hey, you know what? We just sent emails. We just sent letters out to like 1 million stupid people to offering our cards. And you know what? We got like 5,000 responses of people who actually want our cards. And they're like sitting back, smoking on their cigars, kicking off their shoes in the executive conference room. And they're just laughing at you, right? Because they can't make money fast enough. Regrettably, much of their profits come from people who make less than brilliant money decisions. So again, obviously, if you don't have the money to pay off the initial loan, you're not going to have money to pay off successive loans. And it's like a black hole. You start spinning out of control and you speak farther and farther and farther. You get sucked in. That was the sound of getting sucked in, right? And you can't escape. But how can you escape the black hole? So list all your debts from the smallest to the biggest and start attacking the smallest debt. Right? There are those out there who say, no, that's stupid. Hey, Katzman, that's dumb. Right? Economically, you should pay off the highest interest debt first. But you know what? I find that the smaller the debt is, the quicker you can pay that off. And voila, what happens when you pay off a debt? You're like, hey, I can do this. Giddy up. I can pay off debt. And then it's psychologically a better way of attacking debt because you have confidence and you're motivated and you really can succeed. So throughout the economics book, the economics, ladies and gentlemen who are quoting the economics book says don't get in debt in the first place. So you don't have to stick only to it's not like you're a student of the economics book, right? So do it this way. Start from your smallest debts and list them to your highest debts and then start attacking your smallest debts first. That's, number A. Letter A of the ABCs. Letter B, let your money make money. It's magic. Are you sick of working so hard? Well, if you get your money working for you, you may not have to work until you're 67, right? Once you become debt-free, you need to start saving and investing. And it's got to be a priority, like priority number 1. Pay yourself first every single month, right? And remember, slow and steady is the way. I met with somebody last week, and he was in his 40s. And he had about $230,000, and no debt, so he was like way ahead of the game. But for some reason, the person had zero confidence that they actually thought that like all of his friends were doing so much better than he was. And I kept saying, your friends are in debt. Your friends have nothing. Statistically, your friends have like $1.50 in savings at this stage in their life. And you've got almost $250,000. And I went online and I showed them a compound interest calendar. I said, you know what? Calculator. I said, you don't have to add anything. Right? Just take your $230,000, invest it like it below market returns, like at 5% a year, or 6% a year. And it came out to like $750,000 approximately. And the person, he was floored. He's like, really? I said, yeah, it really actually works that way. They still didn't believe me. But you know what? That's what you got to do. You got to make your money prioritize. You got to start saving and start investing, and money makes money, and it really does work that way. The last tip is it's now or never. Don't procrastinate, right? Too often people just delay investing. Why? Because they think they don't have enough money. Market's too high, right? They're too smart. Oh, the market's too dry. I'll invest when the market drops. Well, they've been saying that for the last 30 years. They think if they don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest, there's no point in investing. So they keep their money in like a 0% interest checking account. Well, that's great. Brilliant. Right? By doing this, not only are you not growing your money, you're actually losing money to inflation. Or the market, another reason I hear all the time, I'll invest soon. I want the market to drop. Right? The market's at an all-time high, so it makes no sense. Right? Statistically, the market's always at an all-time high because it's been so profitable. It's like one of the best performing investments in the history of investing, which means that sure, there are times where it drops, but more often than not, stocks are high, record levels, but you should still invest. The best and brightest investors can't manage to time the market significantly. So don't think that you are going to be like better than Warren Buffett or Peter Lynch or Joel Greenblatt, right? Just invest. Get yourself debt-free. Focus on savings and invest immediately. And you're going to win financially. That will allow you to be financially successful. Those, ladies and gentlemen, are the ABCs of money. You've been listening to the Aaron Katzman Show. I'm your host, Aaron Katzman. We speak to you about your life, your money, and your investments. If you disagree with me, or you totally agree with me, or somewhere in between, or you just are lonely and you want to talk, send me an email at Aaron, AARON, at Lighthouse with an L, lighthousecapital.co.il. That's Aaron at lighthousecapital.co.il it is, or you can check me out on the web at www.aaronkatzman.com, www.aaronkatzman.com, aaronkatzman.com. We will see you soon.